What's up everybody, welcome back. So we have a 2017 BMW X1 with the 2.0 turbocharger. We have to replace the steering box, steering rack, and I didn't even plan to do a video in this car, to be honest with you, but I was looking on YouTube and I didn't see any video about how you do the steering box, steering gear on these cars. I just saw maybe some shorts that show you like already replaced, removed. Let me raise the car up and I will show you exactly what you have to lose, what you have to remove to be able to remove the steering rack. So what we have here, this is the steering rack. It's electric steering rack. It's located right here. So for us to be able to remove the steering rack, we have to remove the subframe assemble. So for the subframe assemble to be removed, you gotta take some bolts out. You don't have to hold the engine because you got two mounts on the top, like one for the engine, one for the transmission. First, you have to remove this line. You press it here, you take it out, release it, and leave it here in the car. We're gonna stay here. And for the same line, it's got connector right here. You gotta push it from this angle and it's coming out because this part, this line, we're gonna come down with the subframe. Now we have to remove these clamps for the exhaust. Like the clamp, we're gonna stay here, but the rubber bushings, so we have to remove them. You have one bolt right here. You got two bolts for the control arm. You come in here, remove the bolt from the ball joint down here. You take the nut out, you take the bolt, you use a special tool to separate them, or you can hammer it if you want. The same it's happening on this side. You take one bolt down, two bolts on this side, and I forgot, you have another bolt on the top. It's e-torque, 2 volts if I don't remember, and this one it's 16 or 18. I don't remember exactly, but something like this. You gotta lose, either remove the entire arm from here, or you can lose these two bolts and just, we're gonna come down, assemble. Now on the front side, you have to remove this clip from here. You take it all the way out because this is gonna hold the radiators and it's connected to this piece, but this piece is coming down. You have two bolts from this side and two bolts on this side. But to be able to remove them, you gotta remove this bolt, and remove this bracket. And the same we have to do on this side. This for the windshield reservoir. We have to remove two 10 millimeters. They are right here, and this piece comes down. You don't have to remove the reservoir because you have two nuts or bolts. No, it's a nut on the top. No, it's a bolt. Yeah, on the top. You have to, they're all gonna hold it in place, so you're good. And in the same time, when I lower the car, I'll show you what else you have to do on the top so you don't damage the radiator so when it's coming down the subframe. Again, you have two bolts, very simple. One bolt right here. The mount from here. And like this arm, usually you can take it out if you want, doesn't bother. Or you can leave it here, just lose the bolts from this side and you're good. Again, this clip, the same on the other side. You remove it all the way down and you take it out. After you remove the arm, you take two 8mm from here. You remove the arm on this side and you take 2mm from here, 2 8mm from here. And the same for the control arm on this side. The sway bar links, you have to remove the sway bar links. The book tells you to remove it from this side, the lower part. I think it's easier if you remove it from the upper side because you have more access. But let me lower the car and I will show you what you have to do on top. Give me 1 second. So about the top, you can put, they have a special tool, I don't have it, but whatever tool you have in the shop, you can use it. You gotta lock it from here. This is the support for the radiator. We're gonna hold it in place here and one on this side. And from the inside of the car, you have to remove the, a second, you gotta remove the shaft. I'm not sure if I can go inside to show you, but there is a shaft. It's got a E14 torque, and you take the shaft out, so when you lower the subframe, it's gonna stay in place. Make sure the steering doesn't move right now, because it moves freely, so you don't wanna damage the clock spring, because that's not cheap on a BMW. So now, I'll put you guys on the stand. I'll do, this job will take like maybe an hour. I'll try to do it faster, because I already have the splash out. You don't have to remove all the splashes. I mean, like for me, it's just easier to work like this. You can cut some corners and just, you know, leave it there. But how I do it, I just take all the undersplash from here out, and I have the splash for the wheels, both sides. I have them out. Took me like 15 minutes to remove them, but you don't have to remove them. You got access to do all the stuff. You can bend the splash from this side, and you have access to those bolts, just for the bolts. But usually just take them out because it's easier for me to work like this. Now, let's raise the car up back, and let's remove every single part and see how we can do this faster. By the way, I forgot to show you guys, you have to remove the connector for the steering rack. You got access from this angle with your right hand. You go up there and you can see you reach up the connector right there. It's very simple to remove. This one you press it down, comes up. This one, press it down. I didn't press it from here because I don't want to break it. I unplug it and press it from inside out. and up. Okay, sway bar links, we have it out, tie rods out, ball joint lower control arm is out. I lose the bolt, I remove them. Okay, let's use the big table. I use one of this table. If you know, you guys can use a jack. I'm not even sure if you can do it on the ground. I mean, like, it's possible, it's just a lot of work. But you can try to use one of these jack for the transmission, if you can. I'm not sure. I have a big table, so let's put the table on. Let's remove the subframe. I'll put it right here. So what do we have here? We have the subframe out. Now we have to remove this bolt, it's E8 torque. Oh no, it's E10 torque. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that we have access to the bolts 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's remove it. So I just found out that the steering rod that I got from the junkyard, it's got a bent tie rod. You can see it here. It's bented, so now I have to swap the inner with the outer tie rod from our old steering rack to the new one. Let's see what we can do here. So I swapped the inner tie rod out but I don't have this size in stock. I have bigger one, the clip. I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna order overnight to have it for tomorrow, put a new clip, because the old one I cannot reuse it, it's junk. Now we're gonna put it back on the subframe and we're gonna raise it up and install it for tonight, and tomorrow gonna finish after I have the clip and I'll have everything. So off the camera I had to lower the subframe again because I didn't pay attention to the clips from here for the radiator support. This plastic, I'm like, it's part of the intercooler, but they hold like radiator support, fan, everything. Supposed to align here in the middle. It's a rubber bushing and goes between the bushing, and we have to install the clips. Now everything is in place. We just have to align it a little bit and install our clip like this, and you press it in on both sides. Now it's all the way in. Done. And the same I have to do on this side. But I think we're gonna be done for today because my GoPro is dead too. I have 1% left. I'll put off the camera all these brackets and like all the bolts, you know, this line, I'll connect it back, this line from here. But this is, guys, how you do the subframe removal to do the steering box on the BMW X1. It's not hard. I think it's like maybe 3 hours if you have the right tools. Book is like 5.6, I think, or like 6.5, something. I don't like 6 hour book. I have no more than 3 hours, maybe less, like two hours. I have the ball joints in, I have to put just the bolts, tie rods, and the most important, you have to do the programming after you change, especially with a used one. Doesn't matter it's used or no, to be honest, but used one sometimes it's tricky because you have to know what you're doing. If you don't have a good computer, you can break the steering rack. So say if you do it home, at least after you install it, bring it to a shop so they can program it. But nothing else, guys, here. I will put off the camera all this stuff. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I have to see, but my GoPro is dead, so I didn't even had, you know, a plan to record this. But I was like, let me help maybe some people looking for a video, how to remove it, how to install it. I hope it helped you out, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. By the way, be careful how you work.